Hey folks, Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and we have more news and things coming in the form of the D&D Celebration interactive map. I figured out a couple more and found some that I don't know, so I thought I would share it with all of you. So if we go here and look, so on the Lost Spire of Netheril, there's this piece of paper right here that you can see. If you click on, it gives you this: a spire unearthed, up, down, remove each aforesaid, dump in evil drowns this spell inside my head. So there will be spoilers. If you'd like to figure this out for yourself, click away now, but I'll tell you what the answer is, and then we can move on. So how this works is aforesaid is another way to say aforementioned. That I did have to Google. I didn't know what aforesaid meant, but it says dump in evil drowns. So I went through and I removed UPDON the first time they appeared. And when you do that, if you type in here, the spell is Mind Sliver, which is apparently how you actually get the unlock for Mind Sliver. But it also gives you a Chwinga squidling. This bizarre mutation is both devoted and dangerous. You can summon the Chwinga squidling using Find Familiar. It has the statistics of a Sturge with no fly speed. If we want to look up what a Sturge has real quick, we can talk about that. Whoops, Sturge. Here is a Sturge's stat block. So it has a blood drain ability. Again, not going to be something that you'll probably be able to use unless you're Pact of the Chain Warlock, but that is how that works. So there you go. There's our Mind Sliver and our Chwinga squidling. So if we click out of this, then remember I thought that the Mind Sliver was over here in Bryn Shander at the Speaker's Palace, where you click this. Well, I was wrong. The Mind Sliver was over there. I had just heard that elsewhere. So this one is exceptionally tricky. You can see very clearly these are the symbols that represent the different classes. Cleric, Bard, Ranger, Fighter, Druid, Rogue, Wizard, Monk. And you can see there's also numbers. Now, if they wanted to make this ideal, I'd be able to drag and drop all of these, but you can't. You actually have to solve this on a piece of paper. So the way this works, and I'll give you the hints, and if you want to solve it yourself, you can, and then if not, I will tell you. But more or less, what you're going to do is you're going to look, each bookshelf has 3 spots. One of them is going to reference a class feature of that class. For example, we have Call of the Wild shape. Call of the Wild, shape your mind for isolation. Well, wild shape is in there, so that goes in the Druid box. Okay, and then eventually you're going to alphabetize them all. One of the other one is the other book titles is an acronym for the class. So daring rescues using instinctive dexterity, DRUID, that's Druid. So we have Druid, daring rescues here. We have Call of the Wild shape, and then another one will be a slant rhyme tied to the class. So mead, northern fluid meals, fluid rhymes with Druid, therefore that goes in that box. So we have now daring rescues, mead, and Call of the Wild. We put those in alphabetical order. It's going to be Call of the Wild first, daring rescue second, mead third, and then you'll use the numbers to count out however many letters in this to get to 16, and then 13, and then 9, and you'll do this for the entire thing, and then it will spell out something, and I will now spoil that for you if you would like, but I got it to say a little bit, it was a little bit off on mine, so I might have missed one or swapped one around, but I was able to distinguish it. What it spelled out for me, I got was 4 new spells, and it was basically, I had 4 new spell Sasha's god name, which is obviously supposed to be Tasha's god name. And if you don't know Tasha's god name, that is Igwilv here, IGGWILV. And if we hit submit answer, well, lo and behold, we get a new spell preview for Tasha's Mind Whip, a 2nd level enchantment spell with a range of 90 feet. Targets make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage and can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It gets only one of the three. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage, but suffers none of the spell's other effects. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target one additional creature for each slot above 2nd. The creatures must be within 30 feet of each other when you target them. And it does have, again, the caveat that this could change prior to publication. I think we had a spell. We can go back over to D&D Beyond, and I think we had a spell just called Mind Whip, or was Mind, I thought it was called Mind Whip, or maybe it was Ego Whip. I don't remember. We had an Unearthed Arcana that gave us some sort of lashing spell, or Mind Lash. Let's see if that was what it was called. That's magic items. Yeah, so I'm not sure, but you know what? We can go over here. Let's do it this way. Let's go to spells, and we'll search spells by category source, and we'll see. Do they give us Unearthed Arcana filter? And we'll see. We're going to sort by level. 2nd level, we had Mind Thrust, which I guess is what it is now. So if we go ahead and put that to the side, Mind Thrust a lance of psychic, so it's a range of 90 feet. Make an intelligence saving throw, take 3d6 psychic damage after a failed intelligence saving throw. It must choose an action, move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the three, and then it can move. So they changed it from Mind Thrust to Tasha's Mind Whip, and then there's Nethery's Ghost Stories here, another certification. Reading from these Nethery's books of horrifying ghost stories for 10 minutes grants advantage on a single related history check and gives the reader nightmares. You must succeed on a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw to successfully complete your long rest. So we have those. Again, you probably want to download the PDFs so you have them as well. And I know of one other one at the moment. If we go to the North Look, the Orc's sword here is glowing red. And this one I have not figured out yet. It is 10 minutes to 6. I'm not super good with music. So it says add the number of notes in a whole to self. And a bunch of people are sending me messages about that this exists. The Lost Spire has a puzzle over a page. It isn't runic like the other ones. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what this one is, but it says, what's this at your feet? A scroll. Certainly doesn't look like any spell scroll you've ever seen. When you unravel the parchment, you see a small bit of composed music with an interesting title and very strange lyrics. Below it, there are some notes about notes. What could it all mean? And we have whole note, flat note, eighth note, sharp note, 16th note. So I don't know if that means we're supposed to just add these particular notes. So, I mean, we could try this real quick while I've got you here, but we've got a whole note. There's one whole note. We've got one flat note. We have, as far as eighth notes goes, we have 1/8 note, 2/8 notes. We have, I don't see any sharps. And then as far as 16th note go, I've got 1, 2, 3 16th notes. So that is 7. Try putting in the number 7. Wrong answer. We'll try spelling the number 7. Okay, so it's not that. But so I don't know if it's a number or not. And then we have these dashes here, these 4 dashes. And I don't know music, so I don't know. Like, you could sit here and be like me and try to type in like every number that you think, but it's whether it's spelt or typed, I don't know. Could it be 1? I don't know. I saw 10 minutes to 6 was the name, so I thought maybe 5:50. I don't know. I leave this one up to you. Let me know if you figure out the answer. Also, please continue to message me if you find any additional things. So, like, all right, here's the House of the Morning Lord. We might in the future get something here that we can click on, but see, like right now, there is nothing that is clickable to be able to interact with. But, you know, we might find more in the future. It's nice to see all of you sending me all of these messages. It does really help. So anyway, that is what I found thus far. New spell or confirmation of Mind Thrust being renamed Tasha's Mind Whip, and another cool familiar and some other interesting stuff. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.